So we're now seeing the New York City skyline from the New Jersey side. We're now under the Hudson River inside the Lincoln Tunnel. We have just exited the Lincoln Tunnel and we're currently on Manhattan. As you can see, there is a Welcome to New York sign, and we're currently on 40th Street. So we're now on 8th Avenue, about to approach Columbus Circle. As you can see, we are currently entering the roundabout of Columbus Circle. Traffic's not too bad right now. It's pretty much midday on Friday. And to our right, we'll see Central Park. And also, this monument here is dedicated to USS Maine. I did not know that before. And then we'll see the Trump International Hotel and Tower with a big metal globe there. And I think our Uber car just stopped to let pedestrians make the crosswalk. So we have now gotten out of the Uber car and heading towards the shops building where Per Se is located in on the 4th floor. As we make our way across the crosswalk, we'll see that it's a fairly new building. And as we head towards the entrance, you'll see the sign, the shops building, and we're going to go through the revolving door, and voila, we're now inside the shops building. So now that we're in the shops building, as you can see, they have a collection of fine restaurants and bars. Of course, we'll be heading up to Per Se. So we're now on the 3rd floor of the shops building, going on to the escalator towards the 4th floor where Per Se is located at. And as we leisurely take the escalator up to the 4th floor, you'll be seeing a bar in front of us right now. Yep, there we go. 4th floor. First thing we see is the bar. It's a pretty spacious bar with a lot of windows overlooking Central Park and Columbus Circle. And we'll be taking a right about here. Yep. And you'll see there's the front gate, if you will, of Per Se. Yep, a quick pan to the left. And then the gate towards Per Se and the blue door of Per Se. In the glass case we see here, there are, I believe, 3 menus, a vegetarian, a dinner tasting menu, and I believe also a lunch tasting menu for Friday, July 29th. I'll have a more detailed view of the tasting menu that we selected, which was the dinner one. Anyway, the price fix was $3.25. So after studying the tasting menus in the glass case, we moved into what I call the front courtyard Per Se, and we had this nice panoramic view of Columbus Circle, Central Park, and for those folks who live or work in New York City, you'll also see the infamous inflatable rat used by union protesters, but you know, it's part of life in New York City. And then, of course, we'll now be panning over to take a look at the glass door and, of course, the blue famous door of Per Se.
Right next to the glass doors, you're going to see these famous plaques showing when Per Se was established.
So now that we're actually in the restaurant, you can see it has a very nice decor, a very well laid out design. Please remember, you don't actually go through the blue door. They don't open. You actually go through these sliding glass doors here. So now that we've been seated at our table, we have a nice window view of Central Park and, of course, the rest of the restaurant and the tables behind us. And we'll come back to that nice Central Park view again. So here is the tasting menu we selected. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one should be the 8th one, the dessert. Any supplements we chose, I'll point that out later in the video.
Here the staff has brought out the amuse-bouche. Here we have the Gruyere cheese fried ball. Here's a close-up of the Gruyere cheese fried ball. Very tasty. Then the other amuse-bouche they brought out was a basically a fried, almost kind of like a panko type of crust, but in a cone shape, filled with some cream, and on top you have some salmon tartare. You also have the little bits of chives. Very beautiful presentation. Here you see the beautiful dish that they present the amuse-bouche in. Close up here is of the cone with the salmon tartare to give you a beautiful little napkin to hold the tartare in. Here we present the first course. We had an option of the oysters and pearls or the Royal Kaluga Caviar. We went with the Royal Kaluga Caviar, which had a $60 supplement. In terms of what you get for the Royal Kaluga Caviar, it included fluke tartare with compressed summer melons around. Here we see the spatula they give you, and here's a overall view of it. On top of the fluke, you also have some frozen kind of crispy ice of champagne, and underneath you also have some Fresno chilies and almonds. And this is us finishing up. You can see the caviar in those round balls. After the first course, the servers brought out some bread. It's a nice roll here. Along with the roll, they brought out some accompanying butters, 2 types of butters, as well as 6 types of salts. For one of the second course options, here we have the Gateau of Hudson Valley Foie Gras, which includes Phillip Farms blackberries with Piedmont hazelnuts and turnips with Greek yogurt. It's served with a toasted brioche. It has a $30 supplement. In addition, there's some salts from Hawaii as well as France and England. The other option for the second course was the salad of green market cucumbers. There were pine nuts along with Eckerton Hill Farms tomatoes with petite radishes and Mayer lemon relish. The cucumbers you can see is on top, and there's kind of a soup of cucumber at the bottom, and this is the completed dish. Throughout the course of the menu, you also have selections from the bakery that are excellent. Here's a brioche that comes with the foie gras, multiple layers of buttery goodness. Here you have a French roll with very crispy outside with a very soft inside. It goes very well with the 2 different types of butters that are offered. For the third course, we have the sautéed fillet of Atlantic black bass. It's a pan-fried piece of bass. It sits on the bottom of the plate. On top, you have some Granny Smith apple fondant with ruby beets. Around the bottom, you have a whole grain mustard emulsion. On top, you have a crispy Parmesan cheese crisp. These are some close-ups of the dish. The fourth dish was one of the highlights of the menu. This is the Pacific Abalone. It has some bluefoot mushrooms and Parisian carrots, as well as a cauliflower cream and a red plum gastrique. The abalone is pan-seared with a nice crispy outside and a soft inside. The flavors are excellent. You really get a sense of the ocean. In addition, the mushrooms are well balanced with the abalone in terms of flavor, and the cauliflower cream and plum gastrique really help balance out the whole dish. Excellent dish. You won't regret it. For the fifth dish, we have the pork jaw. Basically, it's a brick of fatty goodness. You have a very crispy top and sides, and then multiple layers of fatty, porky flavor. Along with it, on the outside, you have a hen egg puree, along with some pickled pearl onions and a couple of celery branches, as they call them. In terms of the fifth course, another option that they offer is the hand-cut tagliatelle. It's basically some handmade pasta with Parmigiano Reggiano and a lot of shaved Australian black winter truffles. It comes with a $125 supplement, so if you really love truffles, I would say definitely go and try it, but otherwise stick with the pork jaw. For the sixth course, we have the ribeye of Elysian Field Farms lamb, so basically ribeye of lamb. Here we have a very fatty and again very tasty lamb ribeye, very soft, cooked medium. Along with it, you have some shishito peppers, romano beans, garlic scapes, as well as some wilted Swiss chard and a pimenton juice. The flavors go very well. It's very hearty and very earthy. One of the highlight dishes that I thought were offered. For the sixth dish, the other option is the charcoal grilled Miyazaki wagyu. It comes with some crispy bone marrow, russet potato gratin, and some spinach with a bordelaise sauce. It comes with a $100 supplement. We didn't get this, but if you really love and want to go purely decadent with beef, this is another good option. We did instead just stick with the Elysian Farms ribeye lamb, which was excellent. For the cheese course, there's what I think is a Gruyere cheese with a English muffin on top, along with some peanut brittle and thumb cord grape jam. The combination of sweetness, tartness, and cheesiness really go well together. That's a nice cheese dish to have. For dessert, we have an assortment of desserts including caramel ice cream, as well as chocolate mousse with a cherry on top and gold flakes. Next is a blueberry tart, and lastly, a Keller classic is a frozen cafe latte. Here we have close-ups of each of the desserts again. A highlight of the desserts was the frozen cafe latte. Looks like a cafe latte with foam and cream on top. However, the foam is foam, but underneath is frozen cafe latte ice cream. It was very well balanced, looked beautiful, tasted great. Another highlight of dessert was the fresh donuts or donut holes. These were freshly made with some powdered sugar on top. These went really well with the frozen cafe latte. After the dessert course, then, as if that wasn't enough, Per Se really outdoes itself and presents even more desserts, including an assortment of candies, chocolates, as well as macaroons. Here you can see some of the selections we made. There's some chocolate truffles, as well as vanilla truffles, as well as various flavored macaroons. These are the same macaroons you can find at Bouchon Bakery, including grape flavored one, raspberry flavored. In addition, there's homemade chocolates that they come out in a box at the display, and accordingly you can pick as many chocolates as you want. So if you're still not full from the food, you'll definitely be stuffed by the end from all the various desserts that they offer at the end. After such a wonderful meal, you'd expect a pretty big bill, but overall I would say the bill wasn't so bad. This is our final tally, including all the supplements and tax included. One of the things I want to point out is service is included, so you don't need to leave tip. However, of course, if you have had wonderful servers that are present at Per Se, definitely feel free to give extra tip because they definitely do a wonderful job. For those who are curious, we also checked out the water closets at Per Se. There were 2 men's and 1 women's bathroom. Here you can see the toilet, very nice and new. The decor and the cleanliness was quite impeccable. They have some nice quality towels and nice design for the faucets. So yeah, enjoy if you need to go. Everyone, so we just finished eating, and that was an excellent meal. I'm just going to touch upon some highlights and then we'll get into our review. So some of the highlights of the menu I thought included the abalone dish. It's a Hawaiian abalone with some French mushrooms and a plum sauce. Excellent dish, very well balanced. When you bite into the abalone, it's very soft, tastes almost like scallops. So if you love seafood, definitely that is the one to try. Some of the other highlights I thought were the pork jaw, which tasted essentially like very well flavored bacon. It just melts in your mouth, and the sauce that comes with it is excellent. Then one other dish that I thought was a real highlight was the lamb ribeye. Very earthy, presentation was great, flavors were good. So those are my 3 highlight dishes. Dessert wise, there's a lot of dessert you can choose from, and so whatever you want, they probably have here for dessert. A lot of macaroons, chocolates. The one dessert that I thought was really good was the frozen cappuccino with warm donuts. So that was very unique, one of Thomas Keller's kind of classic dishes. So definitely try that out. In terms of appetizers, we didn't get it, but it is one of the classic dishes here is the oyster dish for the appetizer. So definitely go for that. We went with the other option. On the menu, there's various supplements, and so in terms of the appetizers, one of the supplements was the caviar dish, Kaluga Caviar. These are Siberian sturgeons that have been bred, but then they're, I guess, farmed in China. So it was a very unique dish. It had some champagne ice on top. The flavors were good. I'm not a huge caviar fan, but just wanted to try it out. Very unique. That one has an extra supplement of $60. The second supplement that we saw on the menu was a foie gras menu. It's not a sear foie gras, but it kind of like is a pate type dish. It comes with the accoutrement of, or a selection, wine selection of different types of salts from, say, Hawaii, from Montana, from France, and England. So it really modifies and enhances the flavor of the foie gras pretty nicely. So that one was another unique thing. That has a $30 supplement. The other 2 supplements on the menu are a pasta dish with a lot of truffles. That was a $125 supplement. We did not get that one. We stuck with the pork jowl for that. And the other supplement that we saw on the menu was a wagyu beef menu item, and that was a supplement of $100. Instead of that, we went with the lamb. So those were kind of some of the highlights on the menu. Overall, in terms of quality of the food, 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was incredible. Very good quality. Presentation, impeccable. 5 out of 5. Service was also excellent. In terms of quantity, I thought that there was plenty of food. They gave you an amuse-bouche at the very beginning, including a Gruyere cheese puffball, essentially. I thought that was actually another highlight of the whole menu. Once you pop it in your mouth, nice and warm, and then there's a burst of cheese that comes out once you bite into it. I thought that was a great start. And then there was a salmon, kind of a salmon tartare little dish where they stuffed some salmon with creme fraiche in a kind of a sesame phyllo type of cone. That was also pretty unique. So those were really good. In terms of the quantity of food, as I said, there's a lot of food because they also give you various bread choices throughout. And dessert-wise, there's so many you can choose from. So by the end, if you're not full from your regular entrees, you will be after the dessert. So I think quantity, 5 out of 5. So overall, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's well worth the money. I think our overall bill with the tax was about $870. I think exactly $871. You can give some optional gratuity if you really like their service, but again, it's optional. So it's really cool that they include the service into the bill. Ambiance, it's incredible as well. You really get a beautiful view of Columbus Circle as well as of Central Park. So we came at lunchtime. That's why you see kind of the bright kind of glare in the background. But I think if you come at night, it's going to be very romantic. So I would say it's a great place to come and take that special someone anniversary or a family celebration. Great place to come. Make sure you get reservations though. It packs in really quickly. There's only a limited number of tables here, so definitely use either open table or call ahead. So overall, would I come back here? Absolutely. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like it down below and subscribe to our channel to check out our other videos. Take care.